Here we are running into the underground crypto moon-based research laboratory thing. So imagine a system where thousands of participants must agree on who owns what, who transferred what, and what the current state of all digital assets is, but no single authority exists to decide. And I think that this is a little bit bigger than you understand, is that everybody agreeing on everything, but nobody's in charge. How do you do that? That's the land of decentralization. All right, I'll get to that in a minute, Blue Sky, for sure. Without coordination, disagreement emerges immediately. Two participants might claim the same asset. Records diverge, trust collapse, the system fails because no shared reality really exists. Traditional systems solve this with authority, right? Somebody gets the final say, like a judge in a courtroom, right? So, come on, why is it so slow? Banks maintain ledgers, companies maintain databases, governments maintain registries. A central entity decides what records are valid. Participants trust the authority. Blockchain attempt something different. Instead of trusting an authority, participants trust rules, transactions, proposed changes to ownership or state. The network verifies these proposals against transparent conditions. If valid, participants accept the update collectively. Agreement emerges not from permissions, but from process. Blocks organize these updates in order the sequencer, right? Each block represents a set of accepted state changes. As blocks accumulate, they form a shared history, a consistent narrative of who owns what and how the system evolved. No single participant controls this record. It persists because many participants maintain it together. What is mining? On a proof-of-work network, that is. Trust shifts. Participants no longer rely on institutions to define reality. They rely on predictable rules applied consistently across distributed networks. This system integrity comes from coordination rather than authority. A blockchain is not merely a ledger or a database alone. It's a mechanism for maintaining shared agreement about digital state without centralized control. Let me get back to our regular talking points here. And I'm going to kind of go right through this thing all together because I want to keep it all together, right? But we are going to talk about Yellow Network. Let's see what he said real quick. He gave me a link and he said, Yellow Network is a decentralized finance DeFi infrastructure that aims to provide a suite of financial tools and services to its participants. One of the services offered by Yellow Network is a decentralized clearing system for trading firms called ClearSync. That's interesting. Okay, we will get into that. I'm going to run through our talking points, and then we'll go take a look at that. So, digital systems normally rely on a central authority to maintain records and validate transactions. Crypto systems aim to maintain shared records without a trusted central party. Blockchain solves disputed agreement. Sorry. Trying to get rid of this stupid ad so I can see the chat. All right, what state means, right? You hear state, we're not talking about like a state in the United States or a state in a country. We're talking about something all together. It's different. State refers to the current condition of the system, balances, ownership, contract data, transaction history, memory, right? Blockchain maintains and updates shared state. Coordinated state updates. Participants submit transactions that propose changes to the state. The network verifies validity and collectively accepts updates. Once accepted, the state changes becomes canonical or chronological. Agreements defines reality, right? So your reality is defined on what the network agrees is true. Why decentralization matters. Without decentralization, a single authority could alter records and censor participation. Distributed validation prevents unilateral control and increases resilience. Decentralization protects state integrity. Blockchain versus database, right? What's the difference? Databases store information under trusted control. Blockchains store information under distributed agreement. The difference lies not in the data storage, but in the governance of the updating. Governance distinguishes systems. Blocks as ordered state changes, right? Transactions are grouped together into blocks. Blocks impose order on the updates. Ordered state transitions allow all participants to maintain synchronized records. Order creates consistency. trust from rules, right? Participants trust the system because rules are transparent and enforced collectively. Trust emerges from predictable validation rather than authority. Rules replace the intermediaries. Persistence of state. Once it's accepted, state changes become difficult to reverse. History accumulates, forming a durable record of ownership and activity. Persistence stabilizes agreement. Core insight. A blockchain is a distributed system that maintains shared agreement about digital state without centralized control. And there you have it. Those are our talking points, but our crypto IQ raising event of the night. I hope you guys learned something. It's really just setting the foundation in the course of the rest of the series that we're going to be doing this week.